What's your favorite scary movie?
Horror Daddies.
Hey, slashers and scream queens, and welcome to the Horror Quickies, a sideshow to the Horror Daddies, where we talk about your favorite horror TV show.
Like Chucky, episode 5.
Season 2.
Woo! What
Yo.
an episode.
If you would have told 10-year-old me after watching Seed of Chucky, if we were gonna get something like this, I would have never believed you.
It was amazing. What a fantastic episode.
It's all I've been dreaming about, and it's like coming true, and I'm just like, I'm going through all my feelings right now.
And Dom and Zine, you do it again.
I know.
Like how?
Surprise after surprise after surprise, but like good.
It's such an entertaining episode throughout the whole thing. Like there was no moment that I'm like, okay, whatever, I can skip. No, so good.
This is in the same universe as The Boys.
Oh yeah. Spoiler alert, Hero-gasm is in here.
No, it's the house.
The house of Hero-gasm is where Jennifer Tilly lives. That is crazy to me.
I was like, that house looks familiar.
Yeah, then I looked at it. I'm like, oh my god, it is Hero-gasm.
Yeah, that's so funny. But shows tend to do that. It's just you have to like really catch it.
Yeah. Oh my god. But Doll on Doll, episode 5.
Yeah.
So this one, we had so many questions in the last episode. So if you haven't seen this, last episode, we had all these questions answered right here and right now.
My fiance and I got into a little debate last weekend
It
over
was so
last
entertaining.
episode. I was like, why are you questioning me when I've seen this movie, when I've seen Seed of Chucky like a million times about what's happening?
And look,
But
Frankie hasn't seen this, so Frankie, you were right.
You were fucking right. And I mean, I wasn't saying you were wrong, but I was just saying, like, Don sometimes tends to like,
Just
well,
fuck it.
we're gonna forget about them, just move on. But he didn't, and I'm just like, okay, let's just get into it so I can get to where I want to get to, because where I want to get to is like where dreams are coming true for me, and I'm just like, But
so full spoilers ahead, okay? So go watch it before you watch this.
And so we open this episode with Buff Chucky and Good Chucky arguing, pretty much, because Buff Chucky's like, I'm gonna kill Lexi with this, I'm gonna kill Devin with this, I'm gonna kill Jake with that, I'm gonna kill you with this, and then Good Chucky's like, you're not gonna touch my children.
Yeah, I'm not. You're bad.
Yeah.
Don't say his name.
Yeah,
like, and then they start throwing hands.
they start throwing hands, but then Good Chucky gets beat up a little bit.
But
then Good Chucky gets the upper hand on Buff Chucky and fucking pretty much crucifies him against the door and kills him. While Jake is watching and hearing all this through the door, which is really fun.
And Jake is like, I gotta go save my kid, my child.
That's my baby.
I gotta save him.
And I'm like, I get it. Because Good Chucky is so damn cute.
He's really cute.
I want one.
Yeah, but I have a bad feeling about him. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling.
He's gonna sacrifice himself for something. But I'm like, damn, Good Chucky's what I wanted, not what I got, and I got traumatized by this franchise as a kid.
So good though.
It's so funny, but. Yeah, then we get the title card. It's like stuffed animals. It's like cutesy stuff. Devin pretty much doesn't trust this good guy. He thinks that Jake is going down the wrong path and thinks that this Chucky's evil.
Which I get. He lost his mom. Yeah. Devin, Jake lost his whole family.
They've been going through it's a lot of trauma.
Trauma. I don't trust this motherfucking doll.
Exactly.
He's acting too nice.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get it. Mm-hmm. But he gets caught with putting down the crucified Chucky.
Yep, by Daddy Bryce, father.
Daddy, chill.
God damn, Devin Sawa looks good in a beard. I can't. God damn. I gotta say it. No pun intended.
But hey, at least Daddy Sawa looked at him and was like, child, this is fucked up. You're gonna get punished.
Yeah, so he basically punishes him and sits him in the altar to read the Bible.
Yeah, I guess until everything.
Until he solves whatever he needs to solve. But I was like, I don't know how long that's gonna take. But then we cut to the girls. The body's still in the closet.
Yep, and they're Febrezing it.
Yeah.
like that's gonna help.
But Lexi's having kind of a breakdown. She goes to the bathroom to try to take the pills that she found from Trevor planting.
Yep.
But then Nadine comes in and she tries to talk her out of it. She gives her this really like sad story.
It's such an emotional scene.
Yeah, from what I got from is that her mother passed away from an overdose.
Yeah, because she tells her like, if you don't quit now, you're gonna die. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it makes me like Nadine so much because I'm like, Nadine. Fuck, she's so sweet.
Love Nadine.
Yeah, she's a great addition to the show, and I'm glad Lexi stopped her shit and listened to her.
And she listens to her. And they get rid of the pills. We get some Seed of Chucky flashbacks.
Yep.
Of like Glenn and Glenn doing Glenn things and Glenda doing Glenn things from the movie. And then they wake up and they text Glenda and they're like, "Hey, did you have the dream again?" And they go, "Yes."
Yep.
So they share the same dreams, which would make sense since they're coming from one body.
Exactly.
They go confront Tiffany.
Yep, which she's still watching the same fucking movie.
I'm like, girl, go watch something else.
They only got the rights for that movie, so she
Probably.
just
I'm
got
like,
it
damn,
repeating.
you couldn't put Bride of Chucky or something. It's the same thing.
That would have been cool if she would have watched.
They did mention the movie
Yeah.
early in this. I'm surprised we haven't like seen like a clip. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but they are asking them who is Tiffany Valentine.
A lot of questions.
Please, can you just be honest with me? And Tiffany's like, well, if you tell me where Glenda went. And I'm like, I'm kind of getting mad at this Tiffany because this Tiffany's acting a little too crazy. I'm like, that is your child. That is your sweet face. Do not talk to Glenn like that because I will come for you.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like one of those things where it's like her life is falling apart. So it's like she's just does not know how to keep it cool.
Exactly.
And then she's really trying to manipulate Glenn.
Yeah, and Glenn is like, why do you murder? And she goes, because it's an addiction.
Yeah, it's an addiction.
It's a callback to Seed of Chucky. It's an addiction like any other drug.
That's so good.
We cut back to Lexi and Nadine in the room, and the body is gone.
Yep. Don't know what happened.
Don't know what happened to it.
Gone.
But we directly cut to Dr. Mixter getting questioned by Bright, Father Daddy Bryce, Catherine, and Ruth. I think it's weird that the body's missing, and the next person we see cut to scene is her.
Yeah, it's like right after. So it's like
I got suspicious, and I've been suspicious about her, especially when she sent them there, knowing that Charles Lee. Well, I don't know if she knew, but Charles Lee Ray went there.
And
It's
had
kind of
the
like how's the
doll.
coincidence. She also had the Belle doll, which I'm still very suspicious of. And then
What if
Ruth.
what if the doll's the Colonel?
That'd be really funny. We'll see. Well, no, we find out who the Colonel is. Just wait, y'all. So then Ruth goes. Bryce tells her get rid of the doll, so she throws it in a trash can. And come on, guys, Chucky history. He goes in the trash can. He gonna come back out of it.
And as soon as we saw the trash can, we're like, oh well, he's not dead.
Yeah. We get Jake cleaning up Chucky because he's all bloody from the fight.
Yeah, he's like really cute.
Yeah.
Like, hey, are you okay? How did it feel like? And he's like, it felt like I knew what I was supposed to do, which gave me vibes of like, he's going to be like, I'll protect Jake at all costs, or like these kids.
It's like his killer instincts are there, but he's not a bad person.
Yeah.
Because they fucking took it out of him.
And I jokingly told Carlos, it's like, oh, this kind of gives me like remake Chucky vibes where he's like, this whole sole purpose is to protect Andy. So it's like, I think it's the same vibe that I get where he's just good.
But fuck the remake. So then the girls show up.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, the body's gone and we don't know what happened. And I don't know who is someone helping. And then Chucky's like, well, it could either be an enemy or an ally.
Yeah.
That's helping. That's doing all this for you. So basically with the kids, let's just talk about the kids. And
yeah,
we'll
because it kind of jumps them back and forth.
Yeah,
so
this is a very jumpy episode. It concentrates on both storylines right now with Tiffany and Glenn and then the children. So with the children, basically, Devin comes back to the room and they start charging the phone. He's still really mad about the whole Chucky thing. He even like says something to Chucky and Chucky goes off crying kind of.
Yeah, because he's like, you killed my family, you killed Jake's whole family. And it's really sad when he's like, you don't need me here, and he runs away. It's like, fuck.
And then Jake is very protective of this doll already.
Yeah, he makes a decision. It's either Devin or Chucky.
And he chose the doll.
Which
I was like, oh.
Damn.
Young relationships. I get it.
Devin was heartbroken.
Devin was very heartbroken, and Jake's like, nope, that's my protector.
That's my kid.
That's literally. So then Jake kind of gives this Chucky a little bit of a backstory of who he is.
Yeah.
Which then Chucky's like, well, I don't want to be like that. And then they decide to baptize him.
Yeah, they pull a Jeffrey Dahmer. And they kind of just do a little ghetto baptism.
Yeah, with Nadine is now the godmother and Jake is the godfather.
And honestly, Nadine, big like mood.
Yeah.
He's like, I would love to be her grandmother.
Lexi and Devin find stuff on Chucky's phone, basically a trail of Chucky body parts maybe leading somewhere, so they decide to follow it. They were gonna tell Jake until they saw the baptism, and they're like, you know what, on our own. So they go off. They end up getting to the place.
Yep.
And then they see that the dead nun is there from the beginning of the season, and the dead priest that Chucky killed in the altar thing, and Andy's there, and Andy has tied up, long hair, long beard, broken leg, and guess who shows up? Dr. Mixter.
Yep.
There you go. Yup. Well, we knew that bitch was up to something.
A bald Chucky that she calls Charlie, and he goes, "Call me."
Bald Chucky from the first episode.
Oh, yes, true. He goes, "Call me Colonel." So he's the Colonel, and they're torturing Andy because he seems to have a broken leg, and he was fucking with it.
Yeah, which is like, it reminds me of when he had Chucky, the Chucky head, and he was torturing.
Yeah, literally a reverse card.
Yep, Uno card, bitch.
Yep. But now with that's pretty much it for that storyline in this episode. With Glenn and Tiffany, on the other hand, Meg comes to visit, and Meg is kind of talking to her, trying to, kind of like see if she can get something out of her. She's trying to talk to her about her past, but Tiffany obviously doesn't know anything about Jennifer Tilly's past. And
she's like, "Oh, it's so long ago, blah blah." But she has like a little freak out, and then like decides to leave. And
she goes to this room. She unlocks the door. We get like a Chucky Goes Psycho poster, which I love that callback to Chucky. And
we have a little Easter egg.
We have Glenn's shoes hanging off something.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, those are the shoes." And then she has a cage in the middle of the room.
It's like a bird cage, like a giant bird cage.
And she uncloaks it, and it's it's the doll with that one that got axed in Seed of Chucky in the head. And she goes, "Jennifer." And I was like,
it's Jennifer Tilly.
They switched. They switched bodies, so they ended up actually switching bodies in Seed of Chucky, which is fucking mind blowing.
That is fucking crazy.
That's what my fiance last weekend was like, "Okay, whatever happened to the Dawn?" I was like, "Frankie, I don't think that matters. I mean, Dawn tends to like forget things and move on.
It's probably something they forgot about."
Yeah, but nope, he brought that shit right the fuck back, and I honestly living for it.
Yeah, it is fucking awesome. And they do an exposition, which I love that. She's like, "I helped you get money." So Jennifer Tilly's entire career,
she expositions
she did it all as a doll.
Yeah.
Like, all the voices and everything.
She's like, "I play the poker online to get you money. I've been voicing Megan, Bonnie and Family Guy all these years. I've been answering all the fan mail. I just want some chocolate," which the chocolate thing is really funny. It's a callback again. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is fucking amazing."
You know what's funny? Katie, if you're listening, Katie got a text or a message from Jennifer Tilly, and she got a poster signed from her. In my head, I like to think the doll did that. That's so funny.
Girl, you better say that the doll did that. You better go on living and tell everyone the doll did it. Tell your kids when they see that. Oh yeah, she's the one that sent me the picture.
So funny to me now.
It is really funny. So she's had Jennifer this whole time in doll form, and I do like that the voice kind of
changes a little bit different.
Which is like, okay, so this is Jennifer. So then she goes back out there because she's like, I need information on the Dean brothers.
Yeah, so she asked everything. She's like, "Hey, give me this and that, and I'll give you chocolate." That's all she asked for, just chocolate. Which
is a weird diet. I guess the doll can't gain weight, so whatever.
Whatever. And then she goes back and starts spewing this whole story.
Yeah.
But Meg goes, "That's the whole plot for the Blues Brothers."
Yeah, and Tiffany's like, "I'm gonna kill that bitch."
And she goes back angry, starts yelling.
Yeah, but Glenn follows, and then they get there, and they see what the fuck is going on.
Yup.
And this whole thing just breaks out pretty much here. And Meg comes in. Meg is like, or Jennifer's like, Meg, it's me. It's
Tiff.
And Tiffany does her iconic and murders Meg,
psycho
but
style.
Very psycho style, which is like really cool.
Silhouette, and you hear the music too. It goes,
yeah,
it's so cool.
And Glenn obviously watches it. You know what I'm missing from Glenn? That they do the eye twitch.
Oh yeah,
they didn't do it, and I'm like, God damn it.
Damn, that little bit, but
maybe he forgot, or they forgot. Sorry,
but hey, something might make up for it.
Tiffany here starts opening up to Glenn. Kind of manipulating in a way.
Yeah, like
being very like, "I'm sorry for everything I've done. You know, I've always loved you. I am your God." Oh, she also said, "I am your goddamn mother."
Oh yeah, which she's like covered in blood and saying it.
Technically, it's true.
Yeah.
Then she goes ahead and says, "I have one more birthday present for you." And she goes to the back.
Fuck.
Brings out a box.
Carlos, are you ready?
and I lost my shit. She's had the Glenn doll this whole time.
Glenn, you made it back.
You're back. And I am so excited that we're coming back full circle. Like I said, if you would have asked me this a few years ago, I would have told you I've never would have seen this doll back or even the character.
We literally had a conversation. We're like, I don't think they'll bring the doll back because they already have the actor.
But if you listen to last week's episode, I did say I hope she has it, and she did. Wow. And Tiffany's like, or Glenn, they go like, well, we have to show this to Glenda because this is part of them too.
Yeah, because it's like it's a gift for the both of you.
Yeah, because this is where you both came from. Because Glenn goes, what about Glenda? And Tiffany's like, well, this is literally both of you.
Yep. So they go, okay, let's go.
So yeah, they Tiffany's like, so you're gonna tell me where Glenda is? And they're like, let's go. So Tiffany burns the house down like a bad bitch.
It looks like the Herogasm, like the end of Herogasm.
Pretty much. And they set off, and it's like this really cool scene of them in the red car.
With like epic 80s music on.
Glenn is in the passenger seat, Tiffany's in the driver's seat, and the two dolls are behind.
And
Jennifer's tied up.
And it zooms in on Jennifer as a doll.
Yeah.
And we thought that like maybe the doll, like Glenn doll will like blink or something, but nothing happens. So far it's an empty doll. So now
I don't know if they'll eventually like put the twins back in the doll or one of the twins decides to go into the doll, which I don't know why they would. I mean, unless they're like, well, if you go by Chucky rules, you don't get sick, nothing happens. You're immortal basically at that point, but shit just keeps unraveling, and now all they have to do is find out who the dad is, and I am so excited. There's only 3 episodes left, and there's so much. I don't know. I feel like there's so much to answer.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's still a lot to answer.
Man, the show just keeps getting better and better and better.
It's like so far there hasn't been a bad episode. It's honestly better than season 1.
Yeah, I gotta say it's topping season 1. And that's fine. Season 1 is still great,
it's
but
great.
Like. I'm just so happy because if you know me, guys, I am a huge Seed of Chucky fan. I will defend the movie till the end of the time, and this is just icing on the cake for me.
Yeah, I mean, one of our first videos was opening Glenn. That was his birthday present.
Last year, yeah. Oh, I can't wait for next week. I'm even more excited for next week because I need to know what is Glenda up to with Kyle and Nika. I need to know what is Dr. Mixer's big plan with all of this.
I think it must be Charles Lee Ray's sister or something because she does call him Charlie.
She has a nickname for him, which, damn, there's never been a history of him having a sister. They never even explored that in the first season. So it's like so much to. She could have went to the school with him.
That's true. That is another thing.
So we'll see. This is so exciting. I'm so excited.
Can't wait.
So excited.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode.
Yes. Make sure to leave us a like, a subscribe, comments. Please let us know how we are doing. We have merch down below in the links. And join us this Sunday. Did we decide?
I don't know. Will be a surprise.
Okay, we'll leave it.
There might be a little surprise for Sunday.
Yeah, because I've been making the schedule for next year. Or not
Sunday, I guess Tuesday.
Yeah, I've been making the schedule for the rest of the year next year. I'm already almost done, but then this week we kind of been jumping back and forth between a couple movies. So we'll see. But anyways, thank you all for listening. And do your lines, baby.
Well, you have to say your line first.
Oh yeah, and remember,
stay spooky, stay sexy.
Horror Daddies.
Oh.